Most traders want calm consistency, but most chase chaos. This strategy, it works every single day. Why? Because it's built on patterns and indicators that are very, very simple, but actually work. It's based on volume and timing, and not just hoping that stock prices go up or down. You'll see it on the charts that I'm about to show you. And once you see it, you're not going to be able to unsee it. That's when everything will change for you. Now, quick heads up before I pull up my charts. I want you to copy me. I want you to copy exactly what I'm doing, but I do not want you to copy my trades. My goal is for you to copy the process, the patterns that I teach you, the volume, the timing of entering and exiting the stock. That's what I want you to copy. Copying my trades does nothing for you, and that is not what I'm here to do. Let's go over to the chart right now. Let's look at Ralph Lauren, and we're going to look at Ralph Lauren from a swing trading perspective. Now, when you look at something like this, where do my eyes directly go? Well, let's clear out any drawings here. My eyes directly go right here. They go to what the trend is doing. Why am I so focused on trend? Because trend tells you exactly the direction of the stock. Now, this is in a short-term time frame, okay? This is a day-to-day time frame. Now, you may look over here on this long-term chart that I had up, and you're like, well, wait a second. How are you talking about something going short when this thing has just been going up for months and months and months? That's the beauty of having these two charts. This is long-term. This is your long-term trend. You can see here, this thing has been a long-term trend since May of 2025. But if you look over here, this is May of 2025. Look at, you could have gone down, up, down, up, down, up. That's the difference between the two charts. You can have the same person going long over here and short over here if you have two different accounts. You're more than welcome to do that. And that's the beauty of this type of trading. Today, we're going to focus on the daily chart and see what's happening right now. So right now, we can see here that our trend is pointing down. Now, where do my eyes go next? Well, they go right here to the volume. And you've heard me talk about volume earlier in this video, in past videos, if this is not your first video that you're watching. Volume drives everything in the stock market. Think about volume as you're pushing it up a hill. You're pushing a big stone up a hill. Is it better for you to be able to push that stone or that big boulder by yourself, or to have 10, 20 other people pushing that up the hill? Well, of course, you want to have more people. It makes it easier. That's what volume is. When you see a climb like this, these several days in a row of going up, what are you noticing? Well, you're noticing that there's a lot of green volume. And what is more important about the green volume is it's actually increasing. So this second day here, you had more volume than here. This third day here, you had more volume than here. That is the type of pattern that you're looking for when it comes to volume. Now, it's the same thing when we're going short. You need to be able to be a two-way trader. You need to be able to go long, and you need to be able to make money on the way down. You're going to make money faster on the way down. The majority of my money that I have made trading over the past probably 18 months has been shorting. There's been some longs, yes, but the majority has been shorting because stocks fall faster than they go up. That's just how it works. And to be a good trader, you need to be able to go both ways. Think about a hockey player. They need to play offense and defense. Basketball player, offense and defense. Soccer player, same thing. Baseball player. You need to be able to play offense and defense. You have to be a two-way player. That's the same thing with trading. And something that I like from a simplicity standpoint, if you look over here at my watch list, you'll notice that my watch list is rather short. I actually added 3 of these stocks the other day. So normally my watch list is basically 4 stocks, but I look at it as 8. Why? Because I can go long and short on CCL. I can go long and short on CLF. I can go long and short here. You need to be able to go long and short. Look at it as 2 stocks. You can always be participating in the stocks. Stocks have their own behavior. So now let's go back to the volume here. We know that the trend is in our favor, right? Now, what is important about this volume? And I just randomly pulled this one up because I saw it on a live stream on Tuesday. I see selling volume, then I see buying volume. Then I see selling volume, then I see buying volume. Today, I see ever so slight buying volume. Actually, if you look, you have 634,000 shares traded on average per day. We're about 15 minutes into this market, and you have 17,000 shares. We have now more selling volume than buying volume. That's why it just turned red. But what's the point of me saying this? You have back and forth volume. When you don't have consensus, when you don't have everybody pushing in the same direction like you did here, What does that mean? More likely than not, it's a bearish signal. You can come over here. You can see you had a couple of days here of back and forth volume. Then what happened? Just several days of selling volume. What happens when you have selling volume? Stock price starts to come down. So you can go and look at these in retrospect as a Monday morning quarterback. This one we happen to be looking at live. What do I think is going to happen? Over the next several days, I think that this trend is going to continue to run down through the sweet spot. As that continues to run down through the sweet spot, what does that mean for volume? It means that we're going to be getting more selling volume on probably a consistent basis. Is it going to be average up here around this yellow line? It doesn't have to be, but we are going to get more selling volume coming in. What happens when you get selling volume? The candles are going to start to move down towards this purple line, this 25-day moving average. Now, what is the 25-day moving average? This is the average price of the stock over the last 25 days. Cool. What does that mean? Well, these play a role in support and resistance. So when you have a stock that is coming down like so, let's just draw this in. Stock price is coming down. It's getting towards this purple line. I'm going to dash it. What happens there? The stock starts to kind of stall out. It doesn't really do a lot, and you can see that right in here. See, did the stock go below it? Sure, but what did it do? Got pulled right back up to it. Even here, got below it, got pulled right back up to it. And if you notice and you just go back in time, look at this. The stock price kind of hovers on the 25 and the 50-day moving average. The 50 is the yellow line. But moving averages play a role almost as a magnet. It makes these stocks want to pull themselves back to these moving averages. Algorithm traders, computers that actually trade as algorithms, they base their prices off of these. These are very, very strong staples for them as far as going long and short. That's a big reason of why stocks get pulled back to these moving averages. Not only that, also institutions, everybody looks at these moving averages. And on my chart, you have 25, 50, turquoise is 100. The 200-day moving average is the white line. Now that we understand what the 25 is, why did I tell you that? Because this is what I think the stock is going to do. Let me draw it in. And I want you to come back and see if it actually happened over the several days. I think this is going to continue down. It's going to get down here into the oversold area, and it's going to start to creep back up at some point. The yellow line is going to go like this. It's going to drop below. It's going to start to creep back up at some point. Selling volume is going to increase in some capacity. I don't know how high it's going to be, but that's going to happen for a couple of days. You're going to start to see some movement down. You'll get a candle like that, and you'll get a candle like that, and it's going to probably stop right around this 25-day moving average. It could push down towards this 50-day moving average. It depends on the volume. So to get through these moving averages, these support levels, what do you need? Volume. If you're going through a steel I-beam, and what do you need? A lot of energy. You need a lot of energy to get through a steel I-beam. Whether it's heat or what have you, you got to have energy. The more, the better. Same thing as the volume. So you need to have a lot of volume. If you get a lot of selling volume coming in like this, yeah, you're going to break through the 25-day moving average, maybe even the 50-day moving average. The higher the moving average number, the more energy you need. Now let's talk about the candles and what that entry looks like. So if you look at this screen, and I'm just going to pull up some yellow here, you have all these different candles. You have some candles that look like this one right here, where you kind of have a little body and a big wick. This one you have a little bit bigger of a body and a big wick. This one right here, you have a really nice candle that's just kind of a big body, not a lot of wick on it. This is a great candle. This is an engulfing candle. It is larger than the previous day. The price is lower than the previous day. If you look over here, this is a great candle, big body, not a lot of wick, higher than the previous day's close. The following day, higher than the previous day's close. Why is this happening? Because there's good volume coming in. All of these things are kind of intertwined and correlated together. And actually, if you look at this one, this is a great example. This is a candle. It has a larger wick than these days right here. Why? Because actually volume started to fall off. Look, we had these 3 days of increasing, then you started falling off in volume, meaning you got a bigger wick. What happened after that? Now you're starting to get that trajectory down. So I'm looking for a nice engulfing candlestick at some point. Let me draw it. I don't think you're going to get it today. Let's say you don't get it tomorrow, and then the following day you get something like that. That would be your entry point. And then you just let it run down take profits at the 25, take profits at the 50, exit at the 25, exit at the 50, what have you. Depends on the volume. If the volume is all the way down here, you're exiting. If the volume's still up here, maybe you stay in it. It just depends. See what the stochastic is doing, and that's how you execute a swing trade. So the question probably becomes, how do you find stocks, right? Well, we have a Patreon community, and this stock, Ralph Lauren, I actually got from a community member. They sent it over during one of our private live streams that are only for Patreon members that happen 3 to 4 times a week at this point. And I use it as a screener because we have traders that are fantastic. We have some people that do this full time. We have some people that do this part time. We have some people that just do it for fun because they've always wanted to trade. They send stocks over. Hey, Mo, check this out. Hey, Mo, check this out. Some of them I like. Some of them I don't like. I teach you why I don't like it based on my experience. And we have a lot of other community members that answer those questions because they can at this point. So the link is in the description below. Give it a shot. Click it. Join us for a month. Join it for 2 months. And have a goal. Say that I'm going to join this. I'm going to work through the month of December and January, and I'm going to start trading in the second quarter of 2026. It's a great way to kind of give yourself that goal going into the new year. Now, this was just one trade, okay? There's so many other examples that I give and so many other videos, but I made a comprehensive video that is long, but it's chaptered and it goes through every single thing you need to know about swing trading. It gets in every single thing that we talked about today, plus more. You need to go watch it. I'll see you in the Patreon.